this wall is eventually going to fall down. So today we're going to inject it with epoxy, and the epoxy is going to penetrate this entire thickness of the wall to bond, to weld these two pieces together. See, this wall here has pulled away from the original foundation wall. So we need to make sure that we stabilize this wall. We're going to remove the old cement that was used to fill this control joint. And we're going to put a rubber gasket in here and inject the rubber gasket 2 inches down so that no water can get in here, and that way it can't create a heaviness to the soil underneath. With the hammer drill, getting all the old cement patching out of it and taking off all the excess caulk so that when I apply concrete surface patch, it'll adhere to the existing concrete, making a good patch. What I'll do after this, put my copper injection points like I did here, fill it in with cement, and then we can start the injection process. I'm going to inject it with an epoxy, and basically if I get a lot of this excess stuff out of here, it'll give it a better surface. So now that it's all cleaned out, you're going to have the epoxy is going to bond really well into this concrete, and it's going to fuse these two sheets together, preventing it from moving. I am putting in my injection points where we'll be injecting the epoxy. So we'll start injecting here and working the material up through this entire crack. I'm also putting a surface patch of hydraulic cement, which will keep the material that we're injecting in. We're going to dry it all out, so make sure there's no moisture in there. So the material that we use will stick. It's a Makita.
A Makita, okay. Now, could I use that to dry my hair?
You could, but only once. Attention to detail is probably one of the most important things. Now we're injecting the rubber into the expansion joint, seal off any chances that water has to get in. We got to create a footing for it, and we use the urethane resin to do that.
Load.
Grind some grooves in this concrete so we can apply the staples to it. Each one of these is 1,000 pounds of tensile strength.
About every 9.5 inches.
Make sure that the wall can't fall out like this. So the epoxy keeps the wall from doing this.
Yeah.
And then the straps keep the wall from doing this.
Yeah.
They have to be inlaid into the wall. So we're going to cut out a groove 1/8 of an inch deep to inlay the stitches so that we can epoxy over them. So they're completely epoxied on the inside of the stitch, on the sides of the stitch, and on the outside of the stitch, completely covered. Good. Holding 1,000 pounds of tensile strength each, and we have 7 here, so that's 7,000 pounds of tensile strength. There's no way this wall can move. Here they're going to stucco the entire wall on the outside.
Yep.
So this whole wall is going to have a uniform look to it.
We took care of the structural, he's going to take care of the cosmetic.
Right.
Got it. The primary work area, we had all the tools and everything out. Finished job there. You can see, well, clean up pretty well. This is the other job. Sealed over, the foam is taken there just to keep moisture out. And there you go. What folks are looking for when they have a job done. They want to know that it's, you know, that you left it better than you found it. And that's what Luc does.
Did you bring the sunblock?
Yeah. Oh, thank God. You're back. Thanks a lot.
No problem.